Good morning and welcome to day one, game 2 of the Australian Ultimate Championships. My name's Andy Moroney. I'm joined by Avril Tam, and we have a game here with Adelaide Outbreak and Sublime out of Perth, Avril.
That's right, WA versus SA. This is going to be a good one to watch. The rain is now stopped. Breeze is not quite as gusty as before, so we'll see how this one plays out. Hopefully some cleanos. We've got Outbreak roster on screen now, captained by Sean Davis, number 40. We're probably going to see some big plays from him. And Spirit captain, co-captain John O'Brill, number 4.
Yep, some older heads on there. Middleton, Foley, Marty Tonkin. Going to see a few of the young bloods as well. It's Sublime. Typical Sublime. Rocked up, did about an 8-minute warm-up at about 60% intensity. So if they get jumped 3-0 here, I'm absolutely going to feed it to them. Pool is up. And Jackson Bocce will be taking the brick. Right on the sideline. So we'll see. Looks like Sublime running a bit of a split stack. Avril, and it'll be Monty Mazerai first cut.
That's it. Bocce to Mazerai, trusty combination. Looking upfield, waiting for the cutters to come. Oof, just spill in and out of the hands. That lack of warm-up telling.
Hey, that's supposed to be me feeding it to him. You're supposed to be the impartial one. You've got to behave.
You can see the disc being wiped from the shirt there of Donaldson. Oh, high over the top.
That's
just works. Lovely long shot. Is it too far? And also throws out the line.
They weren't watching the first game because we've seen that a lot in that first game. For those just joining us, we have had a game this morning with GWS taking I think it was about a 15-7 win over Zig Theory. But in that game, we saw a lot of shots, downwind, overshot, wind bigger than it looks. So Sublime will get a chance to go again. Looks like they're running a bit more of a horo. I know it is a split stack. It's like a 3-2.
2 back, yeah.
Mazerai again. This time he'll go long.
Schmidt coming up. It's a floaty disc though. Oh, snaffled by Verno, tallest man on field.
Who's this big fella?
Michael Vernon coming across to Matt
Big.
McKenzie.
Oh, yes!
Monty Mazerai secures that to Alex O'Neill. Squeezing up the sideline. Schmidt working hard to get under. Swinging across to Mazerai, opens up the field. Cross to Matt McKenzie. Oh, Outbreak scrambling to get into defense. Kyle Lowe snaffles on. Oh, to Monty Mazerai, but just a bit too low off outstretched hands.
Kylo rocking a look that can best be described as a person of interest, I guess, to the authorities. That is a fierce set of shades, not to mention the hair. What is that? You're an Australian representative, mate. Oh, my. Great bloke, Bruce. You're one of the best.
All right, we've got Outbreak starting in the corner here. The dump cut's covered, but it's a lovely inside flick to get it through. Looking for the centre, but eyes on the upfield. Now the reset comes.
How's the intensity?
Back across, yeah. Sublime doing all right to stifle the offense. They're not getting too many gainers, although cutting a few small ones through now. Pretty safe hands after that first turnover earlier. Oh, just as I say that. Snaffled up by Schmidt. Carlo, person of interest. Interesting in the Frisbee. Nice easy one to O'Neill on the open side. Bringing the intensity with the Sunnies. Ooh, looks for a nice gainer to Mazerai. To Mazerai. Looking for a big one to Verno. Verno's got the legs. Not enough float on that one. Line beats him to it.
So some great early intensity. First point, straight into it with bids. A few big throws. Okay, so we've seen a couple of turns. But good intensity on both sides. Outbreak coming out of a vert this time. Looks for the early dump.
Undercut, doesn't like the option. Swings across the dump. Big mark, Michael Vernon. Lovely jump across, but not many metres gained.
Well, there's no action deep.
Yeah.
And then they send 2 deep.
Just not quite coordinating with each other at the moment, Outbreak, but working it up on that far sideline. See if they can maintain possession here, and it zips one really long, well too long for his receiver.
All right, we're going to keep count. It's 2 overshoots, right? I'm going to keep count, and I reckon I'm going to run out of fingers.
So everyone just taking a breath now, trying to settle things down. Both teams with having opportunities bring it close to their end zone. A couple of questionable decisions.
This is both teams' first game for the tournament, so first time they're going to get a chance to experience the conditions. Hopefully they can adjust to it, because we've seen a couple of overshoots.
See some spectators who are well prepared with the puffers.
Better prepared than I am.
Right, O to Mazurai, classic combo. Off to Bocce, winds up for the backhand, holsters it. Swings across to O.
He's gone. Monty's gone.
Yelling instructions. O'Neill and Bocce getting each other's way, but Bocce comes off with the disc. Again, those continuations are really quite stagnant at the moment. So Mazurai catches the disc, but there's nothing on offer as a continuation. Matt McKenzie now comes. Just over the top. Outbreak intercept. Everyone's pretty relaxed. Alex O'Neill with a layout intercept. Straight off to Kyle Lowe. Plenty of space in front of Jackson.
Hello! What a D. Jono Brill.
Nice hops.
He's got a decent new stucker himself. Some interesting fashion choices. Outbreak. We're going to burn a timeout on the first point, but I don't blame him, because as we've said, the intensity in the game, they've come out ready to play. They are adjusting to the, or needing to adjust. But what a great bid. That was Alex O'Neill. Shades of Louis Mazurai, Monty's older brother. He's certainly got the shag for it, but also got the bid. So I'm going to jump over and hear what Outbreak... Sorry, I'm going to listen to Sublime, because I think that was basically their warm-up, this first point. So we'll be back shortly out of the timeout.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
And we're in. Outbreak move back to Donaldson. Donaldson back at the end, or middle of the end zone. Moves it through. Now a little bit of flow coming from Outbreak. They look to move it back off. It's Foster. Nice around break, that'll work. That's Bashal. Bashal inside flick, goes to Donaldson. Donaldson, he likes one, he sees one, he puts it up. This one might sit. It's going to work. Right at the end zone line, that's Foster. Walks it back, taps it in. They're on their line for the first break of the game. Oh, he's done it. Gave everyone a sniff. Gave the little mosquito fleet in Brucey and Jackson Bocce a sniff. That Adelaide Outbreak just goes to show the power of a warm-up. Take note, Sublime, they take the first break and are up 1-0. Had a bit of everything at that point.
Yeah, some incredible bids, particularly on defense. Both teams' opportunities just threw it above the defenders' heads.
Wild swat from Jacko.
Yeah, just a bit blindsided, really.
Nice adjustment, though. I mean, we were saying earlier in the point, overshoot. That one had a bit of angle in it, but straight to the receiver.
Yeah, I think the receiver also started his cut a little bit later, which gave the thrower a little bit more window to work with. Didn't have to force it quite as much and shove it in the corner.
Good point.
So Outbreak start with a break, and Sublime will be on offense in the slight downwind.
Looks like Outbreak will be coming out of a match. Sean Davis with the pull.
Pull goes up.
That's a nice pull. That's a nice pull. They'll be down there first pass.
Yeah, that'll be the end zone. Lovely float as well.
Good run down, young blood.
Putting heaps of pressure on the Sublime handlers. Aleska working it through to Bocce. Doesn't like first 3 or 4 looks. Settles for Kyle Lowe and then across to Carpenter. Just working the small spaces at the moment, Sublime. Not really a lot more on offer downfield. As I say, that Mazerai offers a nice gainer.
Another good gainer.
More drop. Lovely gainer, turned really well on that one. Oh, and goes for a sharp blade. Doesn't quite get there.
Nice bid from Deering. Hayden Deering.
Outbreak. Break opportunity again. Sean Davis picking up the disc. Nice easy under first. Nice timing on that cut. Like the option. Second one's a good one. Crossing Middleton.
Brett Middleton in what would be probably close to his, I'd say, 14th Nationals at a guess. And he's wide open. Oh! 14 years. Still got it.
Glue. Oh! Got it on the catch, maybe not the throw.
That's why lefties don't throw flicks. Although just as he released it, Sean had gone up the line.
Yeah, you could see it hook under his fingers as he tried to
exactly.
Stop the throw from coming off. So Botyo picking up across to Carpenter, who is a lefty and throws a decent flick. We've got Aleska.
Didn't know that could happen.
Not much going on downfield connection-wise, so settles for Carpenter behind. Still pretty stagnant upfield for Sublime. Oh,
too much on that.
Pops up. Oh, Deering goes for a bid, as does Mazerai. I wonder if Sublime are just waiting for the handler movement to initiate first and then cutting off the continuation, but it's still looking very stagnant. Sean Davis picking up in the corner.
He's going to argue that it was out of the corner.
Earlier.
Take every metre you can get, Sean.
With a hesitant first cut. Goes for the long.
Is that going to stay in? At least it stays in.
A few metres gained at least, yeah.
Well, yeah, he was right on the line there, so if they didn't come back, they were taking that about 60 metres up.
Yeah.
See the big bobble there. Nice hops. Carpenter will pick up. Got a big inside shot if he wants it. Takes it.
Yeah, that's a favourite of his, that lefty inside.
Bid.
Jackson, Bocce to Mazerai. To Wardrop. He's looking downfield, but there's a bunch of bodies in that backfield space, really making it difficult.
There he is.
Yeah, there we go. Aleska. It's good intensity from both sides.
Bid.
Oh! Ooh, Wardrop manages to catch it on his ankles. Oh, straight into traffic, but Mazerai does well. And everyone just on the sideline telling Sublime to try and settle. Nothing high risk. Backwards to Aleska.
Good dump mark from Sean.
Yeah, Mazerai to O, working Wardrop's on offer. Mazerai now. Surely continuation. Oh!
Hello!
Oh. It's caught, and it's called a goal, but there's a bit of chat.
They're going to ask the question here.
Was it in or out?
Look good, that's the important thing.
Let's have a look.
That is very close, and I think his hands hit the deck first. Yeah, it's a turn.
It's a turn. ball drop, getting the matching sunnies to O. Starting a bit of a club.
He's landed at his hand. If his legs landed first, that's a goal. But
he got completely horizontal though. There's no other way he's going to be able to catch that. So disc first, worry about the line second.
Whoa! Hello.
Hand block by Aleska. That far side. Alright, so both teams having played foot block, you're right. Both teams having some opportunities now. Let's see if Sublime can keep cool and slot it in. Otreboche. Classic combo. So the senior leaders for Sublime getting it done. You can see Bocce, O, Mazarai, all getting really involved in the play. And on Outbreak, we've got Davis, Middleton, all being key components as well.
Or is Marty coaching? He's on the team list. Nationals a 4-day war of attrition, so might as well put your coach on the playing list because you don't know how many you'll have. As we take a look at the Sublime team list, I mean, Abel, you were saying before, some of the senior players, Mazarai, Bocce, Bruce Carlo.
Yep.
But Michael Vernon, he was the long fella, right?
Yeah, tallest bloke on the field. He's got height, he's also got speed.
Oh, he should. He's all arms and legs.
So 1-1, early days here. Not too wet yet, but wind's certainly making its presence felt as that pull goes out of bounds.
2 bricks from 3 points. Let's go, boys!
Ooh, speculative. Ooh, just gets a nice one on this close sideline. With the wind a contributing factor here. Making sure they need safe passes.
Conditions going south quick.
Yeah. Wind and rain picking up now. Really putting second doubts into the thrower's mind. Ooh, lovely inside.
Great quick release.
Yeah. There's a lot of movement downfield, but handlers aren't liking the options.
One's gone. No, didn't like it.
Bit of a straight up kind of force to stop the bigs in that downwind space. So Outbreak are content with playing the small ball.
Yeah.
Just keeping possession for now.
And getting some pretty high counts as well. They don't seem very fussed by high counts. Like that's throwing on a downfielder on a 5 count, easy.
Oh, now they go for the big.
That'll work. That'll work. Get left. Get left.
Oh. Just went over the head.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to sit here and say go left, but yeah, probably not as easy for him.
It looked good to start with, and then it just bumped up a little.
Yeah. John O'Brill there trying to reel it in.
We've got Glover picking it up. He'll be ringing in from the corner. And again, bringing out that split sack, 2 back, and then 2 and 3. Oh,
Go bit. Oh.
Just threw it behind. An Outbreak now with a short field to work with.
It's got to be said, there are some absolutely rude lids running around there from Outbreak. Between the glasses, the facial hair, the mullets.
Foster picking up. Across.
Take your time.
Oh, yep, just reads it well. What does he want? Surely the outline pocket.
Nice for Charlotte. Nice little shake and bake,
well
baby,
done.
up the line. And gives it a bit of action too. Adelaide Outbreak get their second on the board. Nice cut from the dump position. Got to the 45. Stutter stepped. Made the defender think he was coming back and then continued on up the line. So this was well read. You can see the disc has been bobbing up a few times, particularly on those longer shots. You see Vishal in the dump position now. Goes the Goosey. Goes back. 1, 2. And well done from his teammates to actually leave that space, not have anyone cutting into it, because that's when you see someone get their head taken off.
And also, kudos to the thrower. We saw quite a few throws in that same position from the previous game, where just floated out that side as the wind's blowing slightly across downwind and also across to that far left corner on your screen. So yeah, good control from OUTBREAK.
So Adelaide took the first break. Sublime realised they were at Nationals, woke up, put one on the board themselves, so you're going to need to get at least one break back.
So Sublime are putting on a pretty strong line for this one. We've got Carlo, Bocce, Vernon, Mazarai, we've got Babyface, Ryan Kelly, O'Neill and McKenzie. So I reckon they'll be looking for a nice, clean, quick hold. As you see Mazarai going deep for Carlo. Safe hands all day, just on the edge of the end zone. Verno working hard. Pulls two defenders, back to Carlo. Across to Mazarai. And with Babyface. Through to Matt McKenzie. That's what they were looking for, that quick score.
That first pass and throw, well done, Monty. I don't know if there was a miscommunication from the OUTBREAK team, but he didn't look like he had much of an opponent.
Well, take what you're given. If they're going to give you that space, you may as well run into the paddock.
Absolutely. But like you mentioned before, the weighting of that throw, that easily could have been overthrown. Yeah, and this one he just kind of didn't need to break stride, really. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Was it Jacko?
Carlo, I think.
Oh. And Kyle again to Monty.
Yeah, I think Kyle, Bocce, Mazarai, those three.
We're going to get sick of calling their names, I think. I'm already sick of them. Been sick of them for years. All right, so it is 2-2. Adelaide have the mini break, as they say, so they'll have the shot at O, downwind. Pool goes up. This one will be in, just. Ben Foley enters the game. And it looks like Sublime playing a bit of a junk. Finds an inside through. Moving it now to the wing position. They manage to reset, get the count on, back to Foley. Foley, no count. They have to retreat, lose a little bit of ground. That's Foster. Foster back to Donaldson to Foley. Foley, Donaldson. Into John O'Brill, I think that is. It is. Donaldson, Jack Donaldson. It looks like they've transitioned. They're a bit slow, so a couple of people free. Now they've locked on. Little one upstairs to Donaldson on the sideline. Looks inside with the flick to Brill. Brill can break. Doesn't like the break backhand. Donaldson's opponent poached off him. Donaldson shows a little bit of air to one, but it works. It's Foster. Goes for the inside laser. It's too much. Cato Foster. Just a bit too much heat on that one.
Yeah, Sublime doing well with that junk look to stop the quick movement from OUTBREAK, and then transitioning pretty well to match, maintaining that intensity. We've got Carpenter picking it up from the sideline.
Now that's a responsible haircut from Carpenter.
Well done to Wardrop to keep that disc alive. He's lost the sunnies for this point. Notices that there's no sun around.
Yeah, it's borderline night.
Kinsella to Diaz. Back to Carpenter. Oh, across to Wardrop. He had plenty of space, fortunately. Goes for a big one to Kinsella.
Oh, no.
Just drops early. Almost had a couple of shots there. Looks like they might be sticking with the match on defense. And OUTBREAK go the big one of their own. It's dropping early again. Wardrop just catches that one. It intercepts quickly off to Carpenter, who has that lovely lefty backhand. Deering's got the disc now about halfway down the field.
Pick's being called. Couple back.
See the muscle man up. Just working out where their positioning is. And Deering to bring it back in. Foggin to Carpenter. Working their way up slowly.
Cuts have dried up here.
Ben Bastian Carpenter calling for the dominated movement, but he goes across break side to Kinsella Foggen. Knocking on the door now, Sublime. Calls from the sideline to ask him to stay patient. He goes for an inside look, and that's a score.
That's a break back. We're back on serve.
2-2. Players working hard on that one. You can see just a few of those high discs, giving opportunities to the defense to really get involved.
Well, not just old Longshanks, what's his name? The big fella?
Vernon.
Vernon. Not just him, but there are a couple of players, I'd say that across the board, Sublime probably have a taller line, which feels funny to say when you look at like Jacko and Brucey and stuff running around out there, but they do also have some really tall players.
Yeah.
From a Sublime perspective, I mean, you got Brett Middleton, Foley, but both of those, like especially Fole, he's kind of, I think, handling more. Donaldson is tall, but he's handling. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the deep game or the long game from Outbreak's going to come from. It's not to say you need to be tall to have a deep game, but you either need to be kind of throwing into that space or be prepared to raffle one off and put the big boys in the end zone.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Sublime are doing pretty well, not just the height, but the hops as well. I think they're just timing it really well.
Yeah.
And just kind of baiting that for that block opportunity. So as we see, oh! Looks like it's an out ball.
He's saying he's out. He's poleaxed him and then he's called him out. Give us a shake.
He probably knocked him out, to be fair.
I don't know if you could call him out when you're midway through backpacking him, but all right, let's have a look maybe. He's in by a mile to start with. Self-refereed sport. Oh. And the coach has just lost his nut over here, the Outbreak coach. He's not happy, and he has every right to be, because I think that was very, very nice of Outbreak. I'll put it that way.
Oh, I was giving him the deep option. Comes back around, swing across. Didn't take the continuation. He's looking for that big backhand huck, but going for a small ball now.
Oi!
Great bid. Mackenzie Sublime still with the disc. Across to Glover, staying patient to Ben Bastion. Aleska's dragging his player deep. Not on offer. Diaz working hard under. Again, more bids from Outbreak. Sublime just maintaining possession for now. Got Aleska to Kinsella.
Good patience.
Oh, that's a high one. Matt Mackenzie gets up. Just on the red zone now. Foggen with the disc. What's he looking for? Just one at a time.
Break.
Oh. Sublime's calling it up. There's a bit of doubt.
Everyone's
like
just looking confused.
accepted.
Yeah, Sublime just kind of looking confused, going, I don't think that was a catch, but no one knew.
But no one called it down,
no one
so
knew well enough to say otherwise. So let's watch this. Definitely bobbles, but then
bobbles,
and then it lands on him.
It lands on his hat. It lands in his forearms.
I just don't know if he had control of it on that. We'll
on the
get
second,
a great angle here.
On the second bid.
Yeah, so great bid. No. Hand.
Ooh, did it touch the ground behind his shoulder? I don't think it did.
I'll put it this way. I think the Frisbee gods shone on Outbreak that point. I think between that one and that one. Yeah, okay, fair grab. Steve says fair grab.
Yeah. Steve probably had a better angle. Yeah.
Before it
fell.
Yeah, that was what we were wondering, if he had control.
At the back, yeah. So game advisor says all good. And a fortuitous arm positioning by Tom Kinsella, really. The disc just fell into his lap.
Well, he was just landing, and then
it just fell into his hand.
On him.
I reckon Sublime have put on a bit of a power line here. You can see a couple of the defensive line come across. See if they can get this break. That's a high pull, but I think
you're an artist, Jackson Bocce. You're an absolute artist, mate. Never doubted you. Donaldson, nice wide flick to Vishal. Over to John O'Brill. Got an inside break if they want it. Don't take it. Vishal has to do a little bit of work, but it pays off. But they're not moving it up. It's all going up sideways.
Still in the end zone.
Cheng. Now they've got a long shot. Didn't like it, but there was a travel. He couldn't throw it.
There's a lot of heat on these undercuts. Carlo and Mark.
Donaldson finally gets a good gainer. Did a lot of work for it. Vishal's gone. And that throw was like almost out the back of the hand. Had nothing on it. Yeah. It is, for those who can't pick it up on the, actually you can pick it up on the feed. It's raining, definitely raining. Brucey has one out wide if he wants, eventually takes it.
Eli Wardrop with the disc. Sublime will really want to slot this one in. They've put a power D-line on. They've got the turn now, they just need to convert. Bocce's covered.
Jeez,
Carlo
nice
isn't. With some heat. Going all the way.
Have a go.
Oh. Bounced out. Bounced out of his hands, but can't fault the effort.
He's hurt himself too. He's hurt himself.
Looks like that steering with the bid there.
Yeah.
The run off to
Hospital
check
pass
is okay.
from Jacko. You've hurt your teammate now. One thing, regardless of what squad Sublime bring every year, year in, year out, you know you are going to get bids. That's what they do. Even if they don't get it, it's all about looking good.
Yeah, mullets and sunnies included.
Oh, was it Bruce? Did Kyle throw that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Kyle, come on.
Yeah, it was the inside shot
better
from
than that. Yeah.
from Jackson to Kyle, and then Kyle the big one to Deering. I mean, the space was good, just died a little bit too quickly for Aiden to get his hands underneath. So Outbreak starting in the corner, Sublime playing team defense. Up the line, not on, but a lovely inside. Ooh. And red zone for Sublime. And Bocce, Carpenter to Bocce. That D-line, power line paid off.
You called it, yeah, you called it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a TO, and we have. There you go, timeout. So that'll be the second one. We saw the first timeout of the game on the first point.
Well called, Andy. I mean, Outbreak have got to find something to stem the flow because Sublime are getting opportunities pretty much every single point.
Yeah, just a couple of unlucky, like, he didn't drop it on the catch. It was as he then went to throw, but the old spent it before he had it thing.
Slippery disc, so Sublime are well and truly warmed up.
Yes,
ahead 5-2 now.
I was desperate for them to go down a few so I could remind them about the benefits of a warm-up that they didn't do. But here we are. For those tuning in, feel free to get involved in the chat. All you need to do is subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and then you can get amongst it. Rob, yes, we're in Ballarat, Victoria, if the cold and rain and wind didn't give it away. Jokes, love you Ballarat, thank you for hosting us. Yeah. So a lot of good, well-intentioned support for Outbreak and a fair bit of either backhanded compliments or outright heckling from for Sublime. Same old Sublime in the chat. Could be a compliment about one of their bids, or it could be maybe not so much of a compliment. It depends. Time stamping is everything in this. Like, oh, okay, when did you say that? Was that for that, or was that for when the bloke backpacked him and then called him out? I know which one I'm guessing, by the way. All right. Game advisor's getting a hustle on with these timeouts.
Looking pretty cheery in the Sublime camp. It's got some new uniforms this year.
Sublime do?
Yeah.
Look the same as every other year.
Oh. So Steve
we were
is.
just saying, we were like, okay, okay.
So Steve has just let us know that Sublime have called a timeout straight after Outbreak's timeout. Hence the extended
I don't think I've ever heard
time
of that
non-play. I don't know you could do that, to be fair.
I mean, there's no reason why not, apart from like just being sensible. Well, okay. That's a real weird kind of flex. I wonder if it's just some kind of power move. We'll grab one of the Sublime boys and try and understand what, if any, logic's been applied to that.
Maybe they just want to keep AUCBREAK colder for a bit longer. Get them to drop a few more discs. I'd say it's a tactical play.
I mean, it's weird.
It's Sublime.
Fair. I don't think any of the Sublime boys are on this sideline. We might grab Brucey out of half. Next chance we get.
Sublime up with the pull. Glover gets it almost to the end zone line. AUCBREAK get going. It's like just a match defense.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. They're sitting a poach off the front. I think this is a junk.
No, it's a junk, yeah.
Might be a transition. Bid. Ooh. Bang.
He did well to avoid contact. Oh, it's the overthrow.
Unlucky from Sean because he went for the first one, which took some spin off it. Yes. Had he held off, he probably could have run onto it.
Yeah. Stop the rotation a bit early. So short field to work with for the Sublime B line. Glover picking up the disc. Carpenter is his dump. Expect some movement from the stack. Foggin across to Oleska.
Bid 20.
Oh,
yeah,
Carpenter just managing to get it in front of Sean Davis.
That's going to be a great battle.
Oh, just playing the small ball Sublime. Working it through the handlers. Oh, again, Kinsella.
That's super
just
patient.
Inside the sideline. Bastion calling for it. Diaz with the score. It's Kinsella to Diaz.
Did he salute? Yeah, he did. Okay. They're built different, some of your boys. They are unique kind of operators.
WA flavour, what can we say?
Lovely bid from Shawnee, really wanting to work hard to get it back, you can tell. But Carpenter's patience, like he's probably the most patient dude on Sublime.
Yep. I mean, that's why he's a D-line handler. Just that lovely lefty around, really nice shape. Gave Kinsella plenty of time to run onto it.
Thank you for that. We're loving the action in the comments. Keep it coming, especially if they're compliments, or especially if they're heckles. And JP, yeah, agreed. We haven't seen I haven't seen a timeout out of a timeout, but Steve Baker, is it Steve Baker? Yeah, he's the game advisor. He kind of came over and told us that's why it was an extended timeout. So I can't wait to ask Brucey or Jacko what the idea was there. Yeah, something odd about it, but you know what? There's something odd about Sublime. Anyway, keep going. Pulls up.
Unless this one lands in on the sideline. Oh, Narayan fakes a big. Goes back to Foster. Gets across. Ooh, that just came on with a bit of heat and just slipped it through the hands. And again, Sublime's getting it done on the D-line. Back to Carpenter, the most patient handler on Sublime. Diaz, low shot, but McKenzie manages to save the disc.
Just dump it off now,
young
young fella.
Sideline, looking for a safe option. Carpenter's covered. Behind to O. Continues there, but he doesn't throw the shot. Just getting settled against Sublime. Everyone's going at once, which really makes it difficult for Kyle. And then go Fogs. Nice. Foggin manages to get that on his knees. And then a downfield to Chev Diaz. Bids, but couldn't quite get under that.
I love Sublime. No real chance for that, but you know what? I'm going to give it a go. Nice, soft. This is a lovely throw out into space.
Yeah.
Your man, when he goes to his knees, he loses 5 metres because it's so wet. Yeah, there was a player getting Horo somewhere in that mix of bodies. Break. Really want to score this one and keep the scoreboard pressure there. Donaldson moves back. Not an ineffective dump cut. I think there was going to be a pick call. It's a call. No, that should be coming back on 0, you'd hope. Zero, yeah, there you go. Okay, so I think it's is it Turnbull with the disc? No, he's in front of Stack.
No. Oh, big shot goes up.
Go on, Donaldson.
Big boy Donaldson.
It's entirely unconvincing, but it got there. You were thinking it. You were thinking, I was like, okay, that's going to work. And that's nothing against him. That's more a the wind thing. Yeah, thanks.
I think he threw it just as the wind died.
Yeah. But Donaldson wasn't really sure. He kind of sped up, slowed down. It's hard for the big fellas to look elegant, you know?
Yeah. No, you feel
Lovely shot and great separation.
Yeah, pretty static option, wasn't it, from the call, whatever it was?
Yeah, but I mean, we were talking about it earlier. The long game from Outbreak, not really knowing where it's going to come from. We spoke about Donaldson being behind the disc. He's in front of it now, kind of getting in the end zone, and it paid off. Looks pretty good. I wouldn't say it's warm, but it's no longer freezing. Yeah. The wind has died down, which is doing wonders for us and our fantastic ULTI.TV team, who in partnership with Ultimate Australia are able to bring you this fantastic event. Obviously had Div 2 Nats last week.
Weekend, yep, in Shepparton.
Who took out the women's division? Was it? It was whoever played Ellipsis. Ellipsis lost.
Surge. Willem Garnier Surge in the women's division.
And the Mudlarks going,
Opens,
they're 17th in a row or something ridiculous. This will be a brick, I think. Jacko, let it go. There you go.
And the wind's just picked up again.
Had to say it, didn't I? Fantastic.
Can you just tell the sun to come out for me, Andy?
Well, I said the wind went away, but then I realised Rex has been good enough to put up a big tarp, which I think is helping us. Which he now seems to be removing. Oh, no. All right, Jacko's got the disc. Bocce looks nice wide backhand to Mazaray. Mazaray looks, nothing there. He looks to engage Bocce. Bocce goes up the line. Lovely lefty backhand from Mazaray. And now Bocce has power position, moves it into the midfield.
Yes, and we've got Verno in the middle of the field now. Waiting for Mazaray. Mazaray on that continue. Schmidt, good timing on that, but Mazaray not quite ready to throw, having to track back. And that lovely inside to Matt McKenzie.
High release lefty backhand every day. Every day. Opened up by that nice break by Verno.
Yeah, that step out.
That step out, well, it's a big step.
Step out here. Mazaray just in front of us as well, just to get that up line to Bocce.
Yeah. That big step around. Not much Sweet As can do about that one.
I mean, Sublime certainly aren't doing it easy, despite what the scoreboard says. Outbreak is certainly applying every pressure to every single catch.
We're seeing multiple turns. I think that's how both of these teams play. Like you've got your teams that are very cerebral, right? Like they're very drilled. They know exactly what they're doing. They tend not to turn it over too many points a game. And then you've got the teams that are a bit more wild dog.
YOLO?
Right? Yeah, exactly. A bit more, I would say kinetic. They're just thinking it through. And they're happy with 3 or 4 points a game. They're happy to make 3 or 4 turns a point. They're happy to make it a bit of a scrap. Yep. That will mean it goes both ways, but I think both of these teams are similar, which is why it's a really good matchup. But I agree, 3-7, it feels closer than that.
Yep. As we've got Narayan picking up the disc, centres to Foster, back to Donaldson. Classic combo, really, in the backfield. Foster getting free.
Looks like they've transitioned. I think it's match now.
Yep. He's looking for the continue, but didn't quite time that, his downfield cutter.
And Ryan is deep. Oh, now Fole's going. That's got to go. Good cut, Fole. I would have thrown it, mate.
Yep. Lovely across to Donaldson. Across that sideline, he's looking to centre now. But then they're getting kind of really driven to that force side when they do as we go overthrow. So as OUTBREAK are trying to swing it around. They get that first dump off, but that continuation cut, that timing is just not there. And that's really getting them trapped on that sideline and having to throw some slightly riskier passes like that.
Yeah. On the upside, we are actually seeing more deep cuts go, like Narayan was absolutely free as a bird as they transition. Fowler had a really good cut as well. So if they feel confident enough to throw there, I think that's going to bring another element to the game.
Yeah.
Here we go, big underbeard. Nice grab above his head.
Nice one, Oleska. He looks forward. Wardrops coming that under space. Looking for Carpenter. Olescu's coming up line.
He's come off the front.
Oh! Oh!
He's out. Have a look at this.
Carpenter. Off the hands of Oleska. Carpenter comes to grab the disc. Whoa, where was this first point of contact? I think his hand might have been beyond the line. Everyone's watching the replay, having a chat.
Let's see on that. I think he's out, but no, they're calling it in. All right.
That's what the players
What is with this sideline today? We've seen 2 or 3.
I mean, that's a fantastic.
I was going to say, regardless of if it was in or out, great bid to save the point.
Oof.
Did enough.
So Foster just hanging in that space and getting a hand.
Well, that was the second time he did it as well.
Yeah.
The whole reason that first thing went because he peeled off the front.
That's it. It's a very smart play in that space as a defender, knowing that his
It's a
player
bit high
wasn't.
count now.
Ooh, he had
Just send it.
flipped his hand about 3 times, but managed to secure the disc and then throws a lovely inside.
Here we go.
Come on, go. Foster winds up, but doesn't put it. Now a long one goes. Surely.
Oh, my blood pressure can return. That poor fella was out for about 6 throws. He was deep, and I was like,
he was working so hard.
pop a flare, dude.
He was timing it so well, but they just weren't willing to throw it.
But you know what? They kept possession. They scored the goal.
Yeah.
I'll shut up. You know,
Yeah.
That's why I'm on this side of that line that keeps giving us trouble, and they're on that side. But good.
I guess as the handlers, if you've thrown a couple of overthrows, you probably just had that little bit of self-doubt, and that was probably enough for them to holster it a couple of times until they got a little closer. But no, Foster doing a lot of work there, both on defense and then really steadying the offense, getting a few nice inside flicks through. All right, so it looks like OUTBREAK are settling into this game now, 4-7. Still a lot of goals being scored on that downfield, downwind end.
Agreed.
Sublime over a power line again. It's probably the top offensive line, I'd say.
A bit early in the game, in the tournament, to be shortening your lines, but all right. Whatever works. He's touched it.
Ooh.
Watch out at Mazarai. Mazarai in the midfield. Goes to Schmidt. Schmidt a little bit wide of Verno.
Just a little behind Verno, unfortunately. The space was good. Just a bit slipped out the hands, perhaps.
Nice throw. Great low break. Sets it up well. Keeps the flow out of the front of the stack. Gives it for Charles. Charles to Shawnee. Sean Davis. So I think I keep calling him Sean Mason. Sean Davis. It's to Earl. Back to Shawnee. Shawnee wants the inside flick, takes it, gets it to Sweet As, bobbles it, eventually grabs it. Goes back to Shawnee. Shawnee again wanting to punish that break side. Does punish the break side. Gets it right to the end zone line. They're there. Sweet As is there, and they've got a goal. They've got a break. And they are up and about. 5-7. Big break.
A big upwind score.
Upwind
break.
score.
Yeah.
Sean Davis putting the team on his back and saying, listen, I'm going to throw breaks. You just go and stand there. It was, I think, 3 in a row. Really punishing that space.
Yeah, he steps out really nicely, gets really low and balanced in that throw.
Yeah. Nice grab from Sweetaz actually, because that one, as good as the break was, it was actually behind him a bit.
Yeah.
You so often see when a player has to kind of retreat
Turn.
back, they flub it, but
not that one.
If anyone has a spare iPhone charger that isn't soaked through, please Victoria Park Fields, Ballarat. Five, 7. Got a game. You see Carpenter. I think his hand was just on the line. Excellent grab regardless.
Alright, so Sublime will be looking to try and slot an easy clean O in. Outbreak looking to disrupt to try and claw the game back.
Well, that was a
5-7.
big point. I mean, you said
Yeah.
at the upwinder, I mean, the conditions are just so unpredictable. It's going between the sun shining to raining sideways. Brucey, Carlo, back to Jackson, back to Kyle. They get it to the brick mark. They look to engage Monty Mazerai. I mean, this is the set play.
The classic
that they've
combo.
done every time.
Yeah. Behind to O. Across to Bocce. Not much movement downfield, so it goes back across to Kyle and up to Mazerai. Who else? With a bit of heat from Outbreak.
They do realise there are 4 other players on the field there.
Just telling them to clear and make space. So
Okay.
inside to Bocce, who goes up for a big shot. Schmidt, the target.
Oh, bang.
That's
Took
going to
the
be a
wheels out.
foul. Yeah. I think legs got tangled, bodies flew well before either of them had a bid. And I think that was Foster, hey, with the defensive pressure in that last
They're going to get the
point.
advisors involved because I think the question will be whether he had a bid on it. That was tough to tell from that angle.
I mean, the disc was still really high in the air when the players went down, so I reckon they would have been in position.
Time. Yeah. He will probably keep it. He will.
Sorry, that's not Foster, that's Perkins on the defence there. So Schmidt to bring it to the front of the end zone. It's ISO Vernon.
Oh,
Goes behind to O, picks it up from his
oh,
ankles.
his boot laces.
Bocce, lots of jinking to get free. Oh, Kyle throws to O'Neill for the score.
Filthy, and you know it, Brucey. On a 9 count, I reckon. But that is the half. Adelaide Outbreak rallying late to keep themselves in it with a break upwind. As we see the point that got put in for half. 4, 5, 6.
You can see Bocce
7.
just dragging those 2 defenders, which
Yeah.
opened up O'Neill
That's a-
behind here.
That's a genuine 9 count.
Yeah.
And thrown like a 9 count.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go hang out with the teams, see what the message is out of half. We will be back shortly to bring you all the action from the second.
And we're back at Div 1 Nationals in Ballarat, and the sun's just come out. We've got Sublime versus Outbreak.
It's radiant, Avril. Look at this. Get the coconut oil out. Maybe not just yet.
So we've got Sublime with the pull. They're ahead at half, 8-5. Nice high lofty pull. Defenders getting down to put pressure on that first pass.
Lace goes upstairs. It's safe. Gets to Middleton to Lace. Davis, sorry, I've got to keep calling him. Sorry, Shawnee. I'm just going to say Shawnee. To Sean Davis.
Outbreak not making much ground, just swinging it across. Ooh, with some heat from Sublime. Ooh, nice high one, snaffled up by Tran. Again, back across to Davis in the middle of the field, just making very slow gains, and he goes for a hammer. Ooh. There's a little bit of float at the end there, but
it did, yeah.
Yeah, couldn't quite keep it off the ground. As the sun is now nice and bright.
Get amongst it.
Where are the sunnies, guys?
Actually, where aren't the sunnies in the car, brilliant. Okay.
Might have to borrow Carlos.
Oh, I'm not wearing them. No, I think I would get approached for nefarious purposes from the Ballarat locals. Unsavoury of types.
Oh,
that's down.
It's a down call. Looks like there's a call.
Let's have a look at it. I think Mikey thought it was down. And watch everyone storm the screens. Up, down.
Just down.
You've got a big screen here, guys. Sweet as. Oh, you gotta sometimes wonder why you bother, really.
Well, I could just say that they're well-spirited and don't need video to make a decision. So Sublime maintains possession of the disc for now.
I'm going to keep an eye on the chat, okay? You commentate. I want to see the chat blow up. Come on.
Oh, yep, and there we go, disc karma.
Oh, here we go. You beat me to it.
They've got the sideline here, disc never lies. Oh, lofty high throw.
Oh, it's a goal! He's got his hand under.
Oh, there's going to be some discussion.
It's got to go both ways,
All
guys.
right, let's have a look at the video this time. That was a bloody high throw. Oh, it's a basketball shot. Deflected. Hand under. On top. Nah, that's down.
Actually, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to even this out.
Sideline all gathering round the video replay here. Clearly signalling the down.
You know what I don't like? Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Hey, Sublime, you didn't want to watch the first one, so don't watch that one. No, you don't get it both ways, all right? You cheeky boys. I'm on ears. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to... all right, so don't shoot the messenger, all right? This is the reason why game advisors should be referees. Down.
All right, so Sublime for possession of the disc, working it up from their end zone line, up to Ben Bashan to Tom Kinsella. Fakes a big, goes the safe option, swing around, swing. Very good, Sublime. Making sure they move the defense. Now Carpenter.
He's been really good this game,
yeah,
so safe.
Very, very steady. Carpenter to a less skew, and an unfortunate drop by Glover. Yeah, the D-line have been functioning very well with Sublime, with Carpenter as that axis.
Yep.
Kinsella, Alescu, Foggin, all working really hard.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Sweet As go long here. Try and put it this point in. Finish it off.
Right, so Outbreak maintain
Here he
possession, working it up
Swing
without
around,
too much pressure. And that up line
run onto it.
floats.
And that's
well.
a goal. Sublime. Sorry, Outbreak. Over Sublime. Get it to 8-6. We got a game. We got a game.
Not without a few speculative calls, eh?
I mean, with all the excitement, I didn't get the chance. Did you see the D on the hammer? He like fisted it. He had a clenched fist. He punched the disc, which again I've not seen too much of. So a bit of something for everyone this game.
Yeah. So say unconventional Sublime. Whatever makes it work. So Outbreak get one back. They'll be keen to continue the momentum, see if they can just snaffle one more.
Yeah. And both teams have been blessed by the presence of Jono Greenfield playing his 32nd Nationals, maybe 33rd. Still getting around, probably got better wheels than most of the blokes out there. Never stopped playing greenie. Okay, against my better judgment, I'm going to put the laptops back out because I think the rain is behind us.
There's white clouds on the left, grey ones on the right. It's a
I
50-50.
had to say, yeah, exactly. All right, pool going up. Let's see if Outbreak can consolidate on that upwind. I mean, that was the other thing. It was an upwind break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jackson had one that was coming in hot. Jackson.
Again, Mazarai.
Yeah.
Schmidt. Making nice under. That's covered, so it goes long.
I'm just going to make a recording of these three names and you can just play it, right?
Loop, yeah. Just get AI sorted out, really. We'll be out of a job.
That'll put us out of a job. Yeah. Great throw.
Nice gainer. Verno to O'Neill. Schmidt's coming under.
Well
But they're
done for picking
poaching.
the cone.
Punishing the poach now. Right, so Sublime, just see if they can stay steady. He's looking for Mazarai. Who else?
They're all looking break side. They really want to punish break side.
Ooh, that fake really sold a house and a half.
Yeah.
All right, over to Kyle. Schmidt. I thought that was
Round
on.
break if he wants it.
He doesn't even want Mazarai. Bocce. And to Mazarai. So Sublime doing...
Oh, travel
hang
call.
on, travel called.
I understand why he's called a travel, but it's not a travel because he's landed and then he's moved direction, but he's on his pivot. Is my opinion. Obviously not out there. Game advisors are. Game advisors ready to give an opinion if they are asked.
So for those of you who are less familiar with our game of Ultimate, we have game advisors, which is a WIF-DIF World Flying Disc Federation rules, in which, ooh, that's a goal. So Sublime secure that, which snuffs out Outbreak's momentum, brings it to 9-6. I don't know, I think it's looking a little tricky for Outbreak to come back.
I mean, I think a lot rests on this point in the context of the game. The fact that they broke upwind, I mean, this will be an upwind hold, but the fact that they broke upwind, I think, should give them confidence. But you need to be able to hold upwind as well. And then you can have a crack at trying to do what they were doing before in consolidating or getting a break back for the downwind.
I know earlier we were talking about how both teams have a bit of a high risk, high reward style.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Sublime, I think, have really been able to pull it back and just play really steady possession offense.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the three musketeers rolling around out there, but on the other side of things, I'd put it down to Carpenter, to be honest. Like his temperament, very much as he said, the axis playing that rock role, I think he's been really good at helping dictate the momentum. Yeah,
for sure. I think his presence really helps the rest of his line play nice steady. Yeah, Alescu and Foggin working really hard. Kinsella also getting involved on that D-line. So let's see if they can pull it out again for this point.
Joshy G, is it a travel if you throw from within the end zone? Yes. That's a short answer.
We've got Davis.
to where you cross the end zone line.
All right, so coming out of a vert stack, Sublime are doing really well to stop their first 3 or 4 options, really, and forcing Outbreak to just get small.
Backpack
and that's
time.
a high option. Wardrop gets up and gets high with the intercept.
Ooh. Throw the inside.
Aleska to Carpenter. That steadying offensive axis. What's he looking for now? Foggin. Oh, lovely inside break to Aleska. And a little lefty backhand.
Showtime there.
To Deering.
Showtime.
That D-line getting it done again for Sublime. Yeah, the mood in the Outbreak camp, it's pretty quiet at the moment. They're going to have to find another gear up.
Yeah, that's flattened them right out. Flat as a biscuit. So if you're watching along, you got any questions or just want to get amongst the action, please comment on the YouTube chat. We'll read out all the ones that we think are good or funny. In order to do that, all you need to do is hit the subscribe button, refresh it, and then you'll be able to join in on the chat. Lots of love for the new Sublime kit. If you call it new, I'm not sure you'd call it new, but anyway. Been the same for 15 years.
Small variations. Got a bit of colour on the shorts
give
now.
Him credit, come on.
So it's like a bit of a junk, which really slows Outbreak down. Ooh, just squeezes it.
Yeah, you said it before, the pressure that Sublime are bringing on the first, especially the first few points. Go deep, Foal.
Go.
Go, Foal.
Come
Bid
on.
Foal. Yes, Foley.
And Outbreak get one back.
Ben Foal. They needed that.
Yeah, just to stem the bleeding here. That will get their spirits up a little bit after that very flat line.
That was a laser. I thought, was it Donaldson that threw that?
No, I don't think so. Oh, you might be right. Long limbs, 7-8 pants.
Yeah. Great waiting. Seen those go over the back.
Yeah, what I noticed Sublime doing really well on that defensive line, they've kind of got a bit of a junky look or a bit of the team defense to really stop that first pass. Yeah, exactly. Making or forcing Outbreak to look for those dumps, getting a little bit stressed for those high counts, which sometimes just a little error is enough to get a sniff or enough to make the thrower think twice about putting it up. And that's been really, really effective and probably the reason for all of the breaks, or a fair few of the breaks this game.
And for those who are watching our ULTI.TV footy, feel free to, as I said, like, subscribe, but also get around the Patreon. Added benefits include a personal one-on-one session with myself. I'm sure there are other good things about it as well. Sublime, Bocce has it, moves out to Mazurai, shock horror. Mazurai gets it wide, goes back inside, gets to Schmidt. Schmidt moves it through. They are at the midfield now. Verno, then back to O. O has it, looks around for the wide backhand, gets it, makes it work. Lewis. Oh, and there's that block, hand block.
Lovely block by Outbreak. And they straight on. Get the disc moving quickly. Sean Davis goes out. There's Mark's just getting settled now.
Whoa! Jackson, Bocce. Nice bid.
Srivanasan with the disc now on the sideline. Goes across. Sean Davis. Oh, hang on. It's foul called somewhere. Not too sure where.
Back in. Shawnee. Gets it back. Nice little bit of 1-2 work. That breaks down now. It's over to the break. Somehow gets it through to Sweet As. Threading the needle. Got a real chance here. They just need to chill. Take a breath.
Wait till everyone gets set.
Chang.
Little up line.
Right on the line here. Got it back. Davis. Still has it. The open stance backhand. That's going to be... Oh.
Hang on, foul called
I reckon
on that
it'll be
play.
I think it'll be a strip. Srinivasan. Open stance backy. Oh. So you're right. It would be. It's going to be a foul. Discussion about a foul. Open stance backy. I think there'll be a discussion that there was some contact with Jackson
push.
when he went up. You couldn't. I didn't see it, but we're not going to see it from that angle. Like we just can see directly behind two players. Extended discussion. The players continuing to forget that there are game advisors who have been specifically brought here to provide an impartial opinion, if asked.
All in the spirit of the game to have a good discussion.
That's the flip side, yeah. It's also spirited to ask the advisors.
I think they'd be nudging them along for time, though. Discussions.
That's exactly what Steve Baker's just gone over, literally tapping the watch, go and get on with it. Now they've asked him what he thinks. Contested foul. Taking it back.
Back to the thrower.
Okay. Maybe just an open stance flick, Sean, this time.
We've got all the players in that one side of the field.
Very contested.
Yeah, does the smart thing by trying to expand the field by swinging, but the continuation not on. Hopefully now it is. There we go.
Bang!
Yep, that's it.
Once again, Sean Davis. I was going to say Lace. Sean Davis. I think you called him Lace at one point.
Did I?
Yeah, I think I'm in your head. Or maybe I'm in my own head. But doesn't matter who he is. He's punishing the break sides.
Yep.
Really looking there, even to the point like Monty's a great mark. He will see Sean way too close on that dump.
Yeah.
Once he can tell straight away, he tried,
He just that little handler jinking to get free. Monty overcommitted, and then it's like all day. Just in that power position there. If that break can sneak a few more on that break side or punish that break side, they'll be in with a sniff. 8-10.
So when I asked the Sublime lads if they knew that they could, the little Mosquito crew, Jacko and Monty and Kyle O, so there were 4 other blokes on the line. They said, oh, not really, no. They want to be like Rob, Andrew and Tom Tullett. That's what they said they want to be like. I'm like, at best, you're like an Aldi version of Rob and Cupcake. And they took that. They said, yes, that. Actually, that's 2 things you're going to get with Sublime. You're going to get bids and ban.
Guaranteed. All right. And Outbreak are out with a junk,
There
which
we
gets
go.
an immediate turn.
Patience.
Mosquito crew not successful this time around.
Oh!
Still on the end zone line.
Chill.
Flying pretty. Not in.
How have they thrown 3 goals that are not in?
There we
that
go.
one's in. That one's
Outbreaker
in.
back in. It's 9-10, Andy.
Oscar Turnbull.
Sun's out, Outbreak's out.
That's there are 3 things you get with Outbreak. You get bids, you get banned, and you get botched leads. And that's what we've got now. 9-10, they've let them back in. What they are doing, which I like, is they're sticking fat. They're going back as a unit. You can see them all walking down the middle of the field. They may have called it. Have they burned one?
I saw
If
some
they
signalling.
haven't, they're walking back as a unit. I always like to see this. Every player on the team engaged, even if they're not going to be on the field. I think they have burned one, so I'm definitely going to go listen to them. I'll be back.
And we're back in after that timeout. Outbreak with the momentum on 9. Sublime with a narrow lead on 10. What was the talk in the Sublime camp, Andy?
Well, it's Sublime, right? So I can't repeat majority of it. But an unusually calm and intellectual Kylo just saying, let's embrace the challenge that this team has given us. Almost philosophical. And then Jackson said a bunch of stuff I can't repeat. So the word play like wild dogs. I think wild dogs is probably the only thing I can say.
Nice. You can see that reflected. Sublime with a power line on. They've brought Bennett Carpenter across from the D-line. Oh, and Outbreak get the pressure on the turn.
Have they played junk apart from the last 2 points? Maybe they played it a bit in the first half, but this game has changed because they have played.
That's right.
They've got 2 turns in about 3 throws playing zone.
Yeah.
Big chance here, but it is an upwind, so it's far from certain. Great around break, toes it in, wants to move back into the middle. He dumps too far out of position, so he has to go inside. Makes it work. They swing it across. This is the best Outbreak of look. He is under that one. Cheng counts, getting high, has to move it back. Narayan. It's covered really well by Jacko, gets wide, protects it, makes it happen. Foley covered. So they've had to retreat to midfield. They've lost about 10, 15 metres. Narayan just didn't concentrate on that one to Brill.
Sublime get the turn. Kyle picking up. Verno going deep. He's looking for a smaller, safer option. Points where he wants. Gotche. Swings across. Mazurai coming as expected. Who's got the long option? Schmidt, no. Doesn't like it. Bocce jinking to get free. Oh. Just overthrows him a little bit in that downwind space. Just gets pushed down into the turf. It's a pretty critical point now, Andy.
It's going to work.
And it's a turn again to Sublime. Carpenter with the disc now. Verno on his hands and knees. Swings back around. The 3 Musketeers. And Schmidt. Ooh, Sublime will be breathing a sigh of relief after that point.
Yeah, and I wonder if that just takes a little bit of jam out of Outbreak's donut. They had such good momentum.
Yeah, from about 3 or 4 points ago, they were really, really flat on that sideline, and somehow they've managed to turn it around. It's really impressive.
Agreed.
But no, Sublime pulling Carpenter over from that D-line was effective this time.
Yeah, it was good to see. Good to see. That wind's still kicking up, but at least we've got the sun.
Yeah, in that timeout, the chat in the Outbreak camp was about the intensity. They recognised that probably wasn't good enough in this middle patch of the game, but now trying to get their heads up, voices up, get back into this game.
Shout out to the youngest member of the ULTI.TV crew, Felix. He can stick around all weekend. I had the pleasure of meeting Felix last night, and he informed me that I look like Tony Stark, so it's my weekend, mate. You can stick around as much as you want, Felix. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Sublime with a high lofty pull. Let's see if that defensive pressure on the first couple of passes will be effective again. Yep, Outbreak retreat, a little bit behind. Although Sean Davis working hard in that power position. Now goes for a big cut off by Glover. Sublime get the turn.
I don't mind the aggression. I think Sean knows that he was the first one to kind of change the dynamic with all the breaks. I think him getting more aggressive is Outbreak's only path to victory here.
Absolutely. You got to go hard or go home. I think what they were doing wasn't working, so they've got to change it up. You've got Foggs in the power position. Just working it through the handlers at the moment. A little bit of a gainer. Sublime just being really patient and just looking for those 100% options.
Oh, wow.
It's a lovely lefty inside break. Glover goes for a big, I don't know if that's around the side. Yeah. Yeah, outside.
Foggen
Nice.
doing his best to kind of blend in, I think, with the Ballarat locals, kind of integrate with maybe the good people of Sebastopol. Not the most affluent suburb in Ballarat, but anyway, we very grateful to the people of Ballarat and the council for putting us on. One's going long.
Again, Sublime defensive intensity.
Nice grab. Get back to Shawnee. Now Shawnee's going.
Just working small ball, breaking through that first row of defence.
They're so patient.
Yeah.
About 3 long cuts have gone that all could have been thrown.
Yeah, all
I think
hostage.
Shawnee's seen enough. Yep.
Up, 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 up. Oh, well read. Score.
Okay,
Well
they
done,
know.
Outbreak.
They're still here.
Not going away.
They're still here. 10-11.
Time, we're 86 minutes on the time clock. 100-minute time cap for this one, wasn't it?
I'll back you in.
100 minutes.
100 minutes. Might be
maybe
90
90.
for the first 2 days. 90 minutes. See, I knew it wasn't 100 minutes. I told you it wasn't 100. Let's see. The next game, by the way, for those playing along at home, that we will be bringing you from this field, will again be from the Open Division. It is going to be an absolute humdinger. Newcastle I-Beam versus Crank. These teams both in a similar to this. Like they're probably not at the top, but they're definitely battling for a decent quarter, maybe sneaking into a semi, and then anything can happen. Those teams are there's been a lot of crossover between, like I-Beam and Crank. I feel like they've all played on each other's teams, but also a couple of interesting characters, a couple of fiery characters. I'll tell you which one's who. They don't like me talking about it. I'll tell you which one's who in the game. But first, we've got a game to solve here.
It's 11-10 to Sublime at the moment.
Watch this.
And Outbreak coming out with a junk, although it looks like they're counting down to transition.
Yeah, you're right.
And looks like they've gone to match now. So they did well to stop the first few looks with that junk. Now to match, Sublime are moving a little more freely.
Bang!
Kyle goes for a big shot.
Oh, big
to
fella!
Matt McKenzie. And that's the score, 12-10. Sublime pulling away again.
Kylo is just... I reckon he's one of the first blokes you pick as a teammate. Like, he is just, not just for what he brings on the field, and he's exceptional on the field, but I've played on teams with him, rep teams with him, and just the energy that he brings as a player, but just around, you know, like the thing about Frisbee is you play tournaments. You don't just play once a week, you play tournaments, and that's over a number of days and a number of nights, and like just bringing the energy and the positivity in the hotel rooms at night, or when you're going to get ice cream, when you're going for a feed. He's just a joy to be around. He's a really, really nice bloke. I hate saying it about him, but you know, he is. And obviously his Frisbee ability, I think he's been picked, he's a dingo run, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dingo Croc as well.
Croc.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Dingo Croc. Definitely a dingo level. But
Yeah, he's on the Dingoes campaign, so he'll be playing in Gold Coast in August, September this year.
did he play many points on the Crocs?
Don't know, actually. I think he was more of a defensive mark.
No, I've got a lot of time for Brucey. He's a great character in the sport, and he's a great asset to his team.
So we've got the D line for Sublime coming out with a pull just past halfway. Foster bringing it in for Outbreak. We've got Davis pulling the defender out. Bit of a junky look for Sublime. Just picked off the grass by Foster. Just a little one upfield. Trying to be really patient. Oh, there's a high. Oh! I think Sublime pull it down. Diaz with the hops. And we've got Carpenter winding up for a big one. Oh, falling short. Oh! Great grab by Aleska. Oh!
No!
Oh! Jeez!
That had everything. That had everything.
About 3 discs anyone's game. And we've got Outbreak now, trying to make use with the Sublime out of position. Donaldson winds up for a big, and does go the big. Oh, bobbles out of their hands.
It's frenetic pace at the moment. Thanks for the feedback regarding technical stuff. If you can just let us know which mic's not working, we'll get that fixed. Thank you very much. Josh G. They both look on. All good if it's my one that's not working, but if it's Averil's, we'll need to get that fixed.
I think I might have said something a bit too loud and broke the mic. We've got Outbreak bringing it in. Again, reliable Sean Davis. Just working it through the handlers at the moment. The receivers are really deep. It's not going to be easy. Still retreating now behind halfway. Sublime applying a lot of pressure. Outbreak going for a big but a pretty high stall option. Wall drop with the Hots picking it off for Sublime. Oh, hang on. There might be a call somewhere. I'm not sure where. Maybe a stall out?
Maybe a contested stall.
Yeah. Okay. All right, looks like the mics are all up now for both myself and Andy.
Seems to be working. It was yours. Is he talking
Andy's.
to you or is he talking to me?
Nah,
okay.
Andy's.
I know what happened. I was saying something nice about Kylo and it broke the mics. Lesson of the story. So no one actually heard me say something nice about him.
Off the record.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Sublime bring it back in. Their D-line working hard to try and get another break.
Carpenter again being so
Fogs doesn't like the first two options, so looking for the dump. Sublime really being very safe and secure with the disc.
But also,
paying dividends.
Outbreak have ramped it up a bit now.
The defensive pressure. Couple in that underspace, just the defenders blocking.
Fatigue setting in here, Avril.
Yeah. Oh. And the wind's gusting up a little bit as well. This upwind is not easy to throw in. Oh, go, go, go.
It's a big break.
Come on, Chev. Yeah, that long cut was just a little bit late. So we've got Fogs on the sideline. Sorry, Deering on the sideline coming to Fogs. To Ben Bastian. War drop. Lovely continuation. Come on, come on. Up line, just working it up slowly but surely, Sublime.
Sweet A's getting a bit sore.
Small one. Yep, that's the score. That's another break.
That is a break, yeah.
13-10.
That's a shame because I think for probably 80% of that point, I really liked Outbreak's defense, and some of it was helped by the wind because it did get quite blustery, but they were just shutting down the upfield options. And, Sublime were great because they just moved it laterally until they could work it out. But it was just a bit of a shame that once they did get that first one through on the far side, they were kind of off.
Yeah. I mean, I think Outbreaks have to try and take some positives for this last patch of play in this half of the field. They did manage to squeeze Sublime to make them use that narrow channel on the sideline.
Yeah.
So that's some small positive to take away. I think if they could manage to stop those upline cuts from the dump space, that would probably do the trick.
That one right there.
Yep.
All right.
So 13-10, 94 minutes now.
Maybe we are going to 100 minutes then. See, I told you.
I should back myself, eh?
Yeah, I never doubted you.
And the sun's well and truly out now, so...
It's beautiful.
Ooh.
Unrecognisable.
Oh, lovely downwind pull. I'd be nervous catching that one.
I wouldn't even. Braver than me. Donaldson with the disc. Someone's gone down, but it's play on.
Yeah, so Donaldson's starting in the backfield this point. I feel like he's been starting more in the cutting space. Maybe a bit of a shift to try to mix things up a little bit.
Brill. T cut off the front. Goes through. Doesn't really have a mark. Goes to Donaldson. Donaldson, nice wide flick. To the fold, but it was just at an awkward angle. Fold didn't know whether to clap catch or go with the jukes. And this could really make life hard. Lover looks inside. Looks inside low.
Whoa, war drop. Layout, Beard, lovely shot. Getting involved in 1-2 now.
His teammate could have taken a clap catch, but what?
Oh no, he throws it to Donaldson. Outbreak now, moving it up.
Trouble. Nice.
Just goes for the safe swing. Oh, ooh, just a slight overthrow. Few people in the space. O'Neill from Sublime brings it down. And they've brought Carlo. Oh, it's another high one. You'd back Carlo in most days.
He plays taller than he looks.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Carl's actually come over to the D-line this point, so they must be recognising that this one's an important one to get. We've got Matt McKenzie now.
No inside.
Kyle looking to get every second pass. Another floaty one, secures it. Across to Foggs. Up to Kinsella. O'Neill working hard to get in that underspace.
Oh, big play.
That's the score.
That was a big gamble. It was a big gamble. I can't see who the player was, but he came off the poach. He basically charged, like charging the QB, basically charged him. And Jackson just carrying on like a peanut. And we might be... no, we're going to keep playing on.
15,
game to 15.
Probably.
They're all slapping hands. Well, they might be done. Yeah,
no, it looks like game lining up. It's like it's game.
Up. So that's the game. 14-10. They must have had time cap during that point. Sorry, we didn't call it out. But we didn't hear a siren. So that's Sublime opening their account for Div 1 Nationals. But good signs if you're Outbreak.
Absolutely.
I think showed glimpses, made a couple of runs at it, but to Sublime's credit, they were able to kind of respond each time. So I think we'll see these teams in about the middle. I think they'll be fighting for those, like I said, those quarterfinal spots. Similar to the next game that we've got coming up, which I said was I-Beam out of Newcastle and Crank out of Wollongong. So that game will be coming up in about 10 minutes time. How exciting is that? So please continue to jump on, like, subscribe, chat, get amongst the Patreon, because ULTI.TV, in conjunction with Ultimate Australia, love bringing these events to you, and the more support that we get from you means the more we can do it. Avril, anything final from you?
No, I think I was really impressed that Outbreak were able to get a few crucial points and get close, the 1 to 2 point margins. They just have to get that consistency and work with that momentum to keep the spirits up. Fantastic. So I hope to see more of that for the rest of the tournament.
All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes with the next game.
See you then.